It's our favourite time of the week to talk to our favourite person in the world, the wonderful Megyn Kelly. She still has that intergalactic glow. Lovely to see you, mate.
Great to be here. You always give me the nicest welcomes.
Now, one thing that I don't think any American has regret when it comes to the last election was having a president that is hardcore about illegal immigration. In the 4 years of Biden, 9 million people wandered into the country. And the worst of those elements, the ones who have gone on to commit crimes, are the ones that they are trying to boot out right now. But no, the Democrats, rather than learning this lesson, are deciding to storm some of the detention centres where these people are being kept.
Who knows? Their priorities are so backward. I've really stopped trying to figure them out, but they just constantly make the wrong decisions. I mean, it's like, it's like you're a dad. I'm a mom. You raise your kids. You try to give them like an ethical framework from which they can make future decisions because you won't be around to advise on every single one. Everything went wrong with these Democrats. I don't know. I guess their parents had the wrong ethical framework, too, because they make all the wrong decisions. Let's prioritize skin color. Let's really focus on genitalia and how it differentiates us or doesn't. Let's prioritize, I don't know, one's sexual preferences as the most important thing about them. And let's take hardened gang members, make them leftist poster boys, or any random illegal who's set for deportation, and not only add them to our list of poster boys, but get in physical confrontations and altercations with law enforcement, who, by the way, are running high right now in the opinion polls, like higher than they have in many years. America is ready for law enforcement to return in full. Now's really not the best time to pick a fist fight with an ICE agent, but that's what these Congresswomen and men did, and the mayor of Newark, because they think that's noble. And they also love to see their faces on television because literally no one is interested in them on a natural basis. Like no one would be covering any one of them. I did not know. I've never heard LaMonica's name before, and I guarantee you I will never hear it again. But she's in the news for a day because she decided to, it looks like, assault a bunch of ICE agents while throwing down over the illegals in a detention facility. Hope that works out for you.
But also it's the sheer stupidity of the politics. Now, let's imagine, if you take the Democratic view, that Trump is now a diminished figure after he was elected. And of course, we know that's rubbish. Every single poll says that if you enter the country illegally, ta-da, you should be booted out of the country. But these idiots are doubling down. Why are they trying to win over the bubble they already own and the one that got it so wrong with Kamala in November?
They are all looking for their civil rights moment. I mean, they really do look on, people like John Lewis, Congressman John Lewis, God rest him, and they want their good trouble moment. They're very sad that they missed the actual civil rights movement, that they missed the Jim Crow era. I really think some of them would have preferred to live then just so they could lean into their own perceived nobility and fight for what's right. Newsflash, the Democrats were on the wrong side of that. Sorry, but it's true. They were on the wrong side of race issues always, literally for their entire history up to right this moment. They've been on the wrong side. So they try to see that kind of injustice in everything. I mean, including something like this. And they try to demonize President Trump in the way you could have demonized a racist back in those days, whatever he says, innocuous stuff that means absolutely nothing racial. They racialize it and pin their own meanings on it. They take them blatantly out of context, even as you know, like with the both sides thing, good people on both sides, just because they cannot stick to reality and make their arguments. They have got to veer or they know their arguments will fall apart. Not everybody sees him or the world through their weird bent prism. So they continue to do it. And all I can guess is that they need it. They need to feel like they matter, whether it's the racial obsession or the gender obsession or like this kind of behavior where you have a very popular president, but you style yourself as like his main foe. You go and you throw down over extremely unpopular people, and then you try to make those people into like blacks in the 1940s in America or 50s versus hardened gang members who are illegals who have actually hurt a bunch of women, children, and men in this country and are rightfully being shipped back to their homes. Like, there is no equivalence between these two people at all. And not for nothing, But they're treating these people in these detention facilities like they've had no due process. And they're pretending that they're entitled to the same due process anyone, illegal or not, would receive in America if they were accused of a crime. But when determining whether they need to be deported, that standard of due process is much lower, much lower. But they're, all of this is like a pretend act. It's like make believe with children. And I think it's like one of those things when they're so dumb, they can't even foresee that we're going to see through their stupidity. There's like an assumption that everyone is as dumb as they are. So it's kind of amusing, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, to watch them behave this way.